for a very long time. There we go, fantastic. So now you're going to need to spray them again. Oh yeah, maybe.
It's hard to see because
It's hard to see because they are black. Yeah,
we have to make sure they're not on top of each other, don't we?
Exactly, yeah. And now we're going to put a little bit more water. And they are ready. So now what we need to do, we're going to put the solid lid now on top of the microgreens for about 2 days. And they're going to do little magic for you. They're going to start growing, and while they are growing, they're going to be pushing the tray, the lid tray up like this. So you're going to, at some point, you're going to start seeing your microgreens popping out very nicely. And then after 2 days, when you see them nice and strong, about like this size, you're going to get rid of this tray.
Okay.
Why this tray? The microgreens at first, they need nice and strong roots. And if they have too much light, they will go rather up to the light rather than down to the water. If they are in the dark conditions, they're going to be rooting, growing nice and very strong roots. And this is what we need for nice and strong plants. But after 2 days, we can get rid of the lid and we can start growing microgreens as they are here into this form. And that takes about 5 more days. So in the trays, the process in the tray is around 7 days altogether. The process in the jar is around 2 days. So around 9 to 10 days
for the whole
process
to have a tray like
that. And you're going to need to find yourself a little set of shelves. You can put these shelves anywhere in your kitchen. You can put it on the balcony. Kitchen, in fact, is perfect because it doesn't expose your plants to too much of direct sun, which especially in the jar moment for all the sprouts is the truth.
So all the sprouting that we did before
shouldn't be really exposed to the very direct sun.
So if you've got a kitchen window, you've got to make sure it's out of the way.
It's out of the way. The best is when it's like in a little bit darkish corner of the kitchen where it doesn't really catch very direct sun, especially if the sun is very hot, like during the summer. It doesn't really, exactly, yeah, it's true. Like here, maybe it's this is more of a truth. And I think that's pretty much it. The only thing you're going to need to do later, once you've got your sprouts like this, you will get a nice knife and you're going to cut it. I usually take it in my hand in a clump like this, and I cut it from here with the knife. This way you do.
So you'd cut and eat?
Cut them and eat, or I can cut the whole tray if I need to free the tray, and I can keep them for about 10 days still in the fridge as well. Just nicely cut and stored in the tupper.
Okay.
That's up to you.
If you didn't cut them all and you were cutting and eating, and they kept growing, what's the maximum you can leave them to keep growing before they're not microgreens anymore?
At some stage they're going to basically flop to the sides. You're going to see that that's already a different stage for them. So the best is to cut them, and put them in the fridge. When you start that coming, when you start seeing too many plants actually being that long that they are flopping to the sides, you would prefer to cut them and keep them in the fridge. And also this moment would show you that they start running out of nutrients, that they are a little bit too clumped together.
They're growing into the big plant then.
Exactly, and they will start also losing this property of the microgreen of having so many nutrients as well.
So it's best to cut them all and put them in the fridge and eat them from the fridge,
or keep them just a few days, really, maybe 2-3 days like this in the tray, and just keep cutting them for the salad nice and fresh, and the rest finally after maybe the third salad just to cut them all and
when you don't have time to eat them. Put them in the fridge.
Exactly.
And the smaller seeds, you said, you don't need to sprout.
There is a difference. Also there is one type of seeds that I didn't mention yet, because they are quite tricky. They cannot be grown in the jars at all. We call them mucilaginous because they sort of release type of mucus around them. For example, chia seeds, I think everybody saw when you soak chia seeds, they are all clumpy. And the same flaxseed and this one, which is cress, watercress, all of those, mustard as well, all of those are very, very tricky to grow in a jar. So we skip the part of a jar altogether with this seed.
Very peppery, aren't they?
Yes, because this one is cress. It's yeah.
Delicious.
But if you put it in a salad, it's just amazing. And we spread the seeds, the tiny fine seeds, straight on the tray, and we do the same process as we did before, but skipping the jar. Yeah. So the seeds are not soaked; they are actually dry when we put them on the tray. So we need to first water the soil very well, and we need to water again once we've put the seeds on top, and then the process goes on again in the same way. Yeah.
So exactly the same. We just don't need to.
We just don't need a jar, but the rest is exactly the same. And then you can enjoy even more seeds and even more variety on your plate.
Perfect. Thank you very much,
Ania.
Thank
you so much. So get going and have your garden at home.
In your kitchen.
In